Hi guys, welcome back to Sister Snatched Mindset. I am Ria, the founder of Sister Snatched. I know it's been really long since I've posted, and with this video going forward, I really wanted this to be something that's very raw, spontaneous, something that does not have a script, and something that I can just talk about. But before I start, I want you to know I started this brand with a vision of helping women to dress up in something really powerful, something that actually makes them feel confident and strong. I also want to extend this energy into this video. The main reason of why I started all of this, coming up on YouTube and kind of talking was only for everyone to just understand the fact of how important it is to speak in your authentic self, how important it is to kind of voice your opinions. So, today's topic that I chose is the qualities of a magnetic woman. We all kind of wonder every time that what are the qualities I should be imbibing? What should I do? What should I not? And as women, we are very progressive. Like we always think of, how to keep bettering ourselves each day. We are very sensitive, emotional, and I think just to think and pour your energy into something that is really going to take you to your higher self, I think that's great, and I think that's something we should definitely talk about. So let's get started. I've made pointers on my phone just so that I don't forget. The first one is great manners. Great manners is one of the most important things for not just a woman but literally anyone. Great manners can actually invite conversations that are intellectual, that are emotionally intelligent. Having great manners is literally, I feel like, having the bare minimum. It's like the way you talk, the way you present yourself, the way you hold yourself. It also allows the other person to kind of mirror the same energy that you have. For example, if a person has great manners, they know how to speak, they know how to talk, and they know how to kind of present themselves. The person who is having a conversation with them, they will naturally kind of want to mirror back that same energy that the first person in that place is having. So it not only gives you a space where you can actually read the other person, read the energy, read yourself, and read the whole conversation with silence, with maturity, with respect, and with a lot of emotional intellect. It also allows the conversation to kind of glide very smoothly. Having boundaries is also so important in having great manners. I was literally a person who had no boundaries at all. I would just not have a lot of control on my own emotions, and I'm still working on that. But I feel like the day since I've started working on myself of how to say welcome, thank you, and just to be respectful of your own self and also the other person, their opinions, it just adds so much depth in every single conversation that you have. It also helps you with giving yourself the perfect narrative. Having great manners, having just the, poise, and having just the sense of maturity just to handle that situation correctly and to be in tune with your own self of knowing what right now is needed to be done and to be said, and what right now is not needed to be said and done. The second one is that they see the good in everything. I know it's not always the easiest to kind of see the good in everything. Like, you have your moments, you have your bad days. A magnetic person will always see the good in everything. It's either a lesson or something that you actually gain in your life that's going to help you improve your life. Again, I'll give you an example. A bad situation has happened. Now, you know that the situation has happened and it's not in your control, happened the way it had to happen, even though you kind of expected that it would happen like that. But unfortunately, it did not happen the way you wanted it to be. That is where seeing the good thing happens. A magnetic person will literally know that this situation is not in my control, and this is what I have learned from it, and this is what I am not going to repeat the next time it happens with me. Thank God this happened. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know that this is the amount of pain or the amount of loss I would face if I had not made a decision like this. So now I know that if I make a decision like this would happen. Magnetic person would literally just kind of hold it with love. Think of it as something that is of such a great lesson and such a great learning. Why? Because you really don't have, a lot of control on that. So you might as well just learn, or you kind of assess and rethink and reflect on yourself on why did that happen, how could I make it better, and you go into that progressive direction. This is why seeing the good in everything is so important. Anyway, looking down on the situation and thinking like, why did that happen? It shouldn't have happened that way, this, that, cribbing and crying on it is literally just gonna waste your time. You're just going to be in that negative hole, and you will literally take double the energy. Like, you would actually have to have double the energy to bring yourself back into a positive mindset. So you might as well just save your energy, think of it as a lesson, like I said, and think of how you could make better decisions. That's it. Number 3, being intentionally optimistic. There are so many people I have met in my life who are like super, super, super critical. And let's just be honest, most of the people are genuinely critical. Being intentionally optimistic is again so important, because if you're not optimistic about that situation, if you're not optimistic about your life, about yourself, about who you are, and about anything that's happening around you, what's the point, really? Like, what are we trying to attain in life if we're not even just being optimistic? If we're not even just being, optimistic about simplest of things, let's say, how I eat my food, how I wake up in the morning, how I compose myself, how I just live my whole day. That's it. Being intentionally optimistic is literally the base, the root of every single thing that you're going to do emotionally, physically. Yeah, being optimistic is something that also, I would like to say, is not really liked by a lot of people. Let me just be very honest, because I, as a person, I am optimistic. I have literally seen people like trying to correct me and trying to just like kind of being nosy and telling me that maybe you shouldn't be that optimistic, maybe this is how it is and this is what you shouldn't do, this is what you should. Trust me, all of that is the least important to me when I know that me being optimistic in this situation and me just working to get what I want is what I really want. I cancel out the noise. I try to focus on what I really want, and I can also do that without me having to tell the other person, like, you're wrong, you're this, you're that. I also try to be very optimistic in situations which are like super negative. Like, I am not sure if that's like a positive or a negative quality, but I just try to cheer up myself, because that is something that I've really kind of built myself into, and that quality alone has helped me tackle every single situation, every single person, everything in my life. Like, just knowing the fact that what's next, like, what's the next best thing we're doing, or how do we solve that, or how do we correct it. So I don't really try to waste my time into something that's not meant for me, or if something that has happened and if I don't like it, I just try to move past it and try to see what's the good I got out of that situation, because that's the only thing that we as humans are supposed to do. Number 4 is taking responsibilities. Magnetic people always take responsibilities of everything that they have done or they are in control of. So, taking responsibility actually also adds up having a lot of confidence about yourself, having a lot of awareness of a situation. And yeah, number 5, they give to others without expectations. Now, whenever we give any other person, we always have certain expectations. Even when we don't have expectations, our subconscious mind kind of always have some certain expectations. You always have that energy that, okay, if I'm giving them this, there's a certain thing that I also need back, or maybe if I do this, then they're going to do that. It's something very natural. But what's also natural is to help yourself understand that giving to others actually accounts to nothing. Number 5, they give to others without expectations. Having expectations is something very natural. I know that. But also to understand that that expectations that you have from the other person whenever you give anything is literally just going to give you pain. It's not going to add up to anything in your life but just pain. Magnetic people always try to help the other person by sharing, giving them whatever they need at that point. And actually, they don't really kind of have a lot of expectations in their mind because they know that that is something that they wanted them to give. It's like whenever you give, you just know that there's nothing that you need to kind of receive back. And that alone gives you so much peace. It just really helps you not just into becoming a better person, but also to give your heart, your mind, the clarity of this was what was needed to be done in that situation, and you did exactly that without needing. I don't know if I'm the only one. Actually, when you don't need anything is when you actually attract everything. So magnetic people understand that having expectations is something that really does not serve them well, is just something that's going to waste their time. You know that feeling when you help a person, but you just feel so happy? That happens because your soul feels satisfied whenever you help. Number 6 is showing gratitude. Having gratitude for the things that you have, making the most out of it while enjoying every single thing, every single moment that life has given you. That's literally one of the happiest and the most joyful thing a magnetic person actually does. To be in the knowing that today you are exactly where you wanted to be 10 years ago, just to know that you have everything that you ever desired for 10 years ago, just to have great food, great family, friends, just to have and to also fulfill yourself emotionally, to be, to work, and to stay aligned with your own self and just to become a better person. The level of gratitude and the level of happiness this brings to a person, it's just something internal. It's just something really, really special. And people who are really, really grateful are usually the people who are always happy. Like if you go around, you will always find that people who are literally the most funniest, the most happiest, they literally don't need anything. They literally have the most amazing sense of humor. They have the most charismatic personalities. They have the most happiest personalities. They are the people who are genuinely happy with their own selves. 7th is magnetic people don't speak badly about other people. They always avoid gossip because gossip is something that's actually just going to drain them. It's not their cup of tea. Gossiping about other people or any situation, bringing someone down in their absence, or literally just talking about something that is not going to help neither you, neither that person, neither that situation. So it's really a waste of time. People who are magnetic, they really know whatever they're saying is meaningful. They respect what they say. They respect where they say it. They also respect the people who they're talking to, and they're trying to be respectful for, the whole conversation. So, really gossiping and really talking bad or ill or negative is really not in their books. People who are magnetic actually push other people to get better, or they talk about topics and they hold conversations that actually hold value, not just to them, but also to the person who's in front of them. Having meaningful, deep conversations is something that they really want. Anyone who wants to get better just gets better. And your negative comment is literally just nothing but a liability onto your own mental space. Magnetic people understand that every single one of us is a human just trying to get better in our lives, just trying to do the best for ourselves. And there are so many mistakes that people make. There are so many things that people do, positive, negative. Even if you look at your own self, like you're not the most perfect person in the room, but we always try to thrive, and that's what really makes us all a human. Gossiping and talking ill about others attracts a lot of negativity, hate, while as a human, our bodies and our souls only long for love. It only longs for companionship. It only longs for, just holding a lot of love for not just ourselves, but also for everyone around us who's just trying to get better. So yeah, that's about it. I absolutely loved talking about this. With such talking, videos that I'm gonna do, I feel like it not just helps me to become better in my life, but also if I feel like talking about all of these things can help you in any way, my purpose is solved. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe on my channel. We'll be dropping new episodes every week. I would absolutely love to talk about more such topics, and if you have any suggestions or anything that you want to say, please drop your comments in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for listening in, and see you on another episode of the Sister Snatch Mindset.